a.m. They call him the finance guru. Guru, good morning.
Good morning, King. How are you?
Doing well, and we have a lot of topics to get to this morning. And Wednesday, the stock market went well over 21,000, and it ended the week way up. But it was up 303 points on Wednesday, and that happened after Donald Trump's address to Congress. Dan, in your opinion, does this mean the stock market loves President Trump?
I don't know if I would go as far as to say they love President Trump, but if they do, I would also say that they may fall out of love just as quickly depending upon what he says and what he does. So let's really take a look at the relationship between the stock market and President Trump. You know, since the election, the stock market is up some 2,500 points, which is absolutely incredible. So it would be very easy to take that and say, hey, listen, the stock market, Wall Street, they love everything that President Trump is saying and doing. And as I said, perhaps some of that is true. But let's keep in mind that the stock market has been rising for some time prior to the election. But gains are really based on expectations. And a lot has to go right in order for this, to continue. Right now, Donald Trump has made some significant promises. He's talked about repeal and replace of Obamacare. We're talking about significant tax reform, lowering regulations, growing the economy. Now, what I would say is Wall Street really likes those things. And I think there is right now a confidence in these things perhaps happening. Now, that expectation can switch really quick because repeal and replace of Obamacare, that's going to be really difficult. Do I think that the president and Congress are going to be able to get something done? Yes. A full repeal and replace, I'm not so sure. And remember, repeal and replace of Obamacare is a huge undertaking, and the president and Congress also want to get tax reform done. Now, Obamacare and tax reform are going to be connected because we're talking about a lot of expense. We're talking about shifting a lot of dollars around. So those two are going to have to go hand in hand to some extent. The other thing is GDP, gross domestic product, has been hovering around 1% for quite some time. Trump is talking about taking that over 3%. So we're talking about tripling the economy. Now, if Trump can deliver on those promises, again, I think that we're going to see some really positive reaction in the economy and on Wall Street. If it doesn't happen, we could certainly see some type of market correction. But again, investors seem to be pretty confident, and that means a lot. And I just want to say this. Whether you like Donald Trump, you don't like Donald Trump, whether it's personal, whether it's his policies, everything he has done since he got into the political game has been so unlikely. For him to win the primary, for him to win the general election, and all the other things he's doing, what I think could be happening is, because quite frankly, I wasn't a believer that he would be as successful as he's been, and I think a lot of people, maybe the vast majority of people, felt that way. And perhaps Wall Street is looking at this and saying, maybe, just maybe, we keep betting against this guy and he keeps delivering. So we're going to have to get on board and see what happens. And that's what may be happening right now with the stock market and Donald Trump.